Microphone check. 1, 2. All right, here we go. Here we go. Seven Ajinkya, how you doing? Good morning. What's happening? What's up? Nothing much, man. Just trying to remember what I was doing last time I was here. All right, here we go. What was I doing last? Let me see. I think I have some changes to test. Let me just try and refresh my memory. All right, maybe I can just push. Oh, this is bad. This change didn't work out. Um, 589, I make an issue for that one. All right, man. I gotta figure out what I'm working on today. Is Typeblazer in production yet? I wouldn't call it in production, but it is live. It's on typeblazer.com. Here it is. It's working, but I'm still working on it, you know. Don't defense. How you doing, man? You want to do a little type racer? Just me and you and 7 Ajinkya. I'm on laptop. Hey, what the hell is this? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. All right, here we go. Let's see how fast you are on the laptop. All right, here we go, man. First race warm-up, second race championship round. It's just us. Is that you? You gotta log in, man. All right, here we go, man. Hey, why the hell do I have ads? You saw that? I got ads. I pay for the dang site for premium, and they're still sending me ads, man. And then they give us this long-ass passage. Jeez. Yeah, Typeracer sucks, man. I can't wait till I finish up Typeblazer. Anyways, I don't want to write this. Yeah, neither do I, but I'll still do it, you know. Jeez, let me get my fingers warmed up. They're cold right now. That was pretty long, man. 110 on such a long passage. Seems like your laptop keyboard is not so bad after all. Alright, everybody gave up, or I don't know. I guess that was your guest. Maybe nobody gave up. Clistar 76 on the Mac Air. I find typing on my MacBooks are a decent experience. Like, I find I'm able to maintain close to my top speed or around my top speed on my MacBook. I think the typing experience is nice on them. All right, that was just a warm-up, man. It's time for championship round. Oh, dang. I'm chilly today. Today I want to focus on my dang private league on Type Blazer. All right, here we go. Another dang long passage. It's okay. This is the championship race. Wait, let me send the link just in case there are people who don't see it. All right, let's do it, man. Here we go. Dang, 124. It's one of your fastest out here in the championship race. Maybe I should just race on this keyboard, yeah. This isn't Type Blazer. Yes, Keck, welcome. I know this isn't Type Blazer, man. But we'll be using Type Racer until I'm satisfied with Type Blazer. Ban don't defense. Maybe I should. No, I don't ban anybody unless they deserve it. But I think Type Blazer is getting close to my vision of what it should be. All right. 124, not bad. Can't play dictionary mode yet. Hey, Keck, you wanna see? We got dictionary mode here like this, but we also have infinite mode. That's not really infinite. I don't know what the difference is with infinite mode and dictionary mode. I guess it looks cool. And in infinite mode, you don't actually have to fix the errors. You can just keep going, and then it just counts how many good words you do. But in the other dictionary mode, you have to completely type the passage as it is without any errors. So that's dictionary mode. There's also like, I don't know, I'm still playing with the UI, but you can change the times, however long you want to type for this one. You can change what words you want to use, top 200 words in the dictionary, top 2,000, top 1,000. I've also added this source of training words that I saw somebody post online that contains 200 words that have the most amount of patterns that you'll need to remember for typing fast. How do you do multiplayer for dictionary mode? You go to multiplayer. We can try one out right now. Let's have a type off. If I was a mod, I'd add commands like type Blazor. Man, it's in the title, typeblazor.com. I don't even have like commands like that. Maybe I should be a better streamer. I'm a terrible streamer with that type of stuff. I don't even have custom emotes or anything, man. Man, this is too many words to type. And these words are hard. That was, even though it's just words, it's still hard for me because those words are not too easy to type. But you know, if you're used to monkey type, man, monkey type is padding your stats, you know. This random thing had creep tumor, which is a StarCraft thing, which I was just playing. Dang. Yeah, monkey types words, I've done a little research on them. I was wondering, dang, every time I do monkey type, I'm so fast. But monkey types dictionary words, they're like the top 200 fastest words to type. So it's like you're padding your stats if you're a monkey type, man. I don't want to do that. I don't want to pad people's stats. This whole time, for like the last 5 years, man, I thought I was a fast typer because Type Racer and Monkey Type pad my stats. But I'm not a fast typer, it seems. You know how you make people use your site, make it fun? Hey, don't defense. If you think this site is so unfun, man, I don't get why you're so angry. Maybe you should just take a break from it, you know? I'm trying to just make my site how I want to do it, you know? Rematch? Nah, I had too many typing races right now. Everybody trying to tell me how to make this site, but I got my own vision, man. I listen to some feedback, the ones that I like, but I'm not going to just listen to everything, man. I'm not, I apologize for caring. Hey, I know you care, man, but I'm just saying, you can't be too pushy with your ideas. Rematch or Riot? Man, it's too much typing. We just typed 1,000 words. Let me at least set off my LLMs before we do more typing. I don't remember what this was doing. Oh, this is the reminder, championship race reminder. This is gonna be a weird update, so I'm gonna have to test this one. Dumpy Don, how you doing? Yagni, what does that mean, man? Does that mean hello or something? I hope it does. Dictionary mode, you can start deleting correct words. Do you have a bug for that? I'm not sure. Bobby B. Dennis, welcome. I know, alright, in normal mode, you can delete correct characters in the current thing. But once you move on to a new word, you can't like go back. But in dictionary mode, let me see. If I typed this in dictionary mode and then I go back, I can't go back. Which dictionary? Are you talking about infinite mode? It didn't happen for me. I wonder if it triggers something once you click some buttons. Let me see some stuff. So it's still working there. Oh, this is a bug too. I can't click a button after I click a button. Oh, the multiplayer. Okay. Are you trying to trick me to just get me to do another multiplayer, man? I'll fall for it. I think it's worth falling for. Alright, let's see. Alright, here we go, man. Let's see if this is dictionary mode. I think I need to adjust like how many words in the multiplayer. I'll make an issue for that. Allow multiplayer dictionary mode to choose how many words. 50 words too long sometimes. Man, don't defense tricked me. I can't believe that. This dang guy, man. He tricked me, right? I knew it was a trick. Dumpy Don says, if you would have been an Indian, then for sure you'd have been a Sikh. What? Are you saying I'm pretty sick? I mean, these words are pretty hard, man. It's like they don't flow off my fingers because they're just random words. And I haven't heard of some of these words before. I mean, I have, but I haven't typed them, I should say. I don't type these words, man. Like, who says gallop? I've never typed gallop. Wait, I'm typing too slow right now. Let me speed it up. Everybody quit because it's too long. It's okay. I felt like to quit too. Hello, bro. Remember me? IXCGG. Who are you? Are you like first time chat? You must have changed your name. How am I gonna remember if you change your name on me, man? I think the lack of flow is fine here, but the words that absolutely never get used are kind of meh. Yeah, I have, man, I have the dictionary thing to pull like the top most popular words from the dictionary. But maybe it's like the most popular words in the 18th century. Who knows? I can't reproduce that, but I saw it somehow did it. Maybe the space was incorrect and that triggered it. Yes, it could be like a weird edge case. I'm not gonna say I don't believe you, man. I think there are definitely bugs to be found. That's why I'm not really trying to like use Type Blazer for championship races and stuff yet. Stellar Clown, how you doing? Yes, it happens, but only when you get several words wrong and try to go back. It doesn't happen with the correct words. Huh. Interesting. So several words wrong, or maybe like you have one typo. Well, everything would, I don't know. All right, next time it happens, try to remember. Check from YouTube. Man, I'm in my YouTube chats, but nobody's there. Do I have the wrong chats open? Am I live on YouTube right now? I don't even see. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Hold on. Am I live? I don't think I'm even live, right? Oh, I am live. But where's my chat, man? All right, sorry everyone from YouTube. I had the wrong chat open. YouTube is so weird for streaming, man. Yeah, my bad. When signing or sign up for Google Twitch name not showing up until I hover over it. 5 minutes into heaven. What's happened? Sorry. Is there a way to change the language of the text? It's only in English right now. So now I have the right chat open. I had like some old YouTube chat open. Can I show you my portfolio? Man, I'm not really a portfolio reviewing type of guy, man. But you can. I'm trying to like work on my stuff here, but sure, I'll allow you, man, since you're so excited to show. Also, infinite mode isn't infinite. Yes, I was thinking about that, man. Infinite mode actually has a time limit. But there's infinite words, yes. Pran Shmaria. I already read that. Wait. When I sign in or sign up for Twitch name not showing until I hover over it. I don't know what that means. Discord. My Discord is Walled Garden, man. You gotta have 6,000 channel points to get in there. Andy Memeswell, welcome, welcome. Does Infinite Mode have multiplayer option too? Not yet, man. Hey, I'm like trying to add as many things as possible, but I can't possibly add every feature in like one day, you know? So slowly things will come to reality. What are you guys saying? One thing that's super fun about Type Race is that sometimes I learn something from the quote or inspirational or stuff like that. Yes, I like to take this to the next level. But right now, my passages are just a placeholder, man. They're not the final product. I'm trying to build out everything and then work on the passages. So I want to get like all of my infrastructure and programming stuff out the way, and then I'll focus on replacing the passages with my first version 1 passages. I have big plans for the passages, man. I haven't really talked about everything. Are you using SQLite for the DB? I mean, everything is in Supabase right now. Hey, Keck, send me a whisper, and I will give you the invite to the Discord. How do I invite people to my Discord? How do I... Where's my whispers at, man? Far too lazy. Give it to the other guy? Man, what are you talking about? Where's the other guy? Andy memes well. Alright, Keck just bought you the Discord invite, man. Hey, I think it's time for us to make a Type Blazer Discord like Ricky Wong said. I think we're blowing up the regular Discord with Type Blazer stuff. I'm saying when sign in, we have option to sign up in using Google, Twitch, so text. Oh, right, yes, I'm aware of this bug. I should fix it right now. Let me find. I don't remember where it is. I need to organize my issues as well. Oh, right here. 512. That's an easy one. Let's clear this. I'm gonna restart Claude just in case there's some updates or whatever. Do issue. What was it? 512. But to be fair, the infinite mode is really nice. The typing flow feels so much better. The words too. I don't know if it's just mental or if it's actually better words. Alright, so my infinite mode, you can choose the words. Top, the dictionary thing or the training data is like hard. I'll show you where I got this training data thing from. Man, it was a post on Reddit, man. Some guy did some analysis. Monkey type. I'll try and find the post. I was gonna link it. And they're talking about some grams thing or... Oh, right here. No. Yeah. This guy, Gary Internet, made something right here, man. This post. So I'll share it here. I was thinking of linking information in the thing. This is training, so it's like this guy fit 896 trigrams. I don't know what the hell a trigram is in 200 words. I guess a trigram is something like these things. A combination, 3-letter combinations that appear in English, the English language. So that list of 200 training words has a lot of the English language trigrams, and they say if you practice those words over and over and over again, you will get faster at typing. But if you like only practice monkey types 200 words, they only have a fraction of those trigrams. So you're not actually getting faster at typing, you're just padding your stats or something, you know. And then the dictionary thing is just like the most common English words, not even like the fastest ones to type. But anyways, that's the research I've been trying to do. And I think, oh yeah, one thing that's missing here is the avatars from infinite mode. I think anything over 100 becomes pointless. I don't know. I don't know, man. Not in this stream. You gotta hit at least 150. All right. The code guy, TypeRacer is so good webs. Man, TypeRacer is the enemy here, man. He coming in my stream, bigging up the rivals. But yeah, TypeRacer is probably my biggest inspiration. I love that site so much, but I also dislike it. I think it's way too outdated and it's time for a change. Wait, where are you using the trigrams? The trigrams are in the words. It's only right now. It's only in infinite mode. You have to click her on. I'm going to add a new button that's like training or whatever that will have the training set of words. These are where the trigrams are. I often compete with people. Yeah, me too. Me too. I have my own Type Racer leaderboards here from my stream. We've done 563 races over the last few years. Championship races. We've done at least double this amount of races, including like warm-up races and stuff. And this is probably the biggest inspiration for me. Like, I got tired of maintaining my own leaderboards and not being able to get all the statistics I wanted. So I decided I'm just going to build my own Type Racer and call it Type Blazer. And one of the features that I'm trying to finish is the leagues, where you can have your own private league. So, well, man, should we try it out right now? No, I have some updates to push to make this a little bit more usable before we try it out. But when we have the leagues working, instead of doing the Type Racer races and then I manually put things in here, we'll just run a private league race on Type Blazer, and then it will automatically keep all of my stats for everybody. And then if anybody wants to create their own league, they can do that as well. So that's like one of the main goals behind Type Blazer right now. Anyways, we gotta work on some stuff. So this one here is working on browser notifications, maybe. I don't know what these guys are doing. Maybe nothing. I'll clear them out. This is my reviewer. We're deep in the vibes, man. Are you also working on Algo Blazer, or will this be in the future? I haven't worked on Algo Blazer in a couple weeks, but it is in... I'm trying to like finish up Type Blazer, and then I'm going to shift my focus to Algo Blazer. But Type Blazer is like my tutorial to vibe coding before I hit Algo Blazer, which is probably like a level 2 boss. Type Blazer is like level 1 boss, you know what I'm saying? You know something I'd like, but no site has infinite mode, but with sentences, because words flow better if they're part of sentences. I can read in advance and practice like that. All right, this is a good consideration. I'll add it to the list of issues. I like that. And I think we got to add some more things. All right, there's a few things missing from infinite mode. Infinite mode passages. All right, right now infinite mode is only words and stuff, but we should also have it where we can load up a passage, especially really long passages. Well, I guess it didn't hear me when I said that. All right, we need the passages there, and then we also need the avatars. Infinite mode. Infinite mode avatars. And maybe multiplayer infinite mode, Keck was saying. But man, feature creep is creeping up on us, man. We don't show the avatars here, but we should. Right, just like in the single player passages. The avatar should have the keyboard here. Little Pixel, welcome to the party. And Panda Poopums, how are you doing? I want where instead of sentences it makes you type get commands. Man, that's probably like a future thing, man. I don't really want to turn the site into a programming specific typing site just yet. But I probably would want the option in the future for people to do that. But then I think about that a little bit more just now, and I'm like, man, in the future, Nobody's gonna be writing code, man. If anything, we should practice typing prompts to the LLMs. Wait, I agree. My brain kind of short circuits if the words aren't in a sentence. Me too. Also, your idea with trigrams is very good, but you don't explain it anywhere. Yes, it's not explained yet, man. I don't know if you guys understand this. The site is actively being developed, man. And what you see is not the final product. I'm like, there's so many plans for it. I just can't do everything in like literally one day, man. So I do plan to expand more on the trigrams and the training data set that I have here. This was just kind of experimental right now to see how the words would flow or like how I would even incorporate them. But they're coming. Like, I think about this site all day, every day, man. And I don't have enough time to like do everything I want as quickly as I want. Maybe add a small eye. Yes, I need a lot of eyes. I want, all right, something that I don't like about monkey type. Oh shit. How did I do that? What the fuck? How did I just I need to know my Mac commands. Hold on, I've been ignoring this. Infinite mode with real sentences would be interesting. Could you use LLM to generate the words in real time? Maybe. Yeah. Any idea why memory usage is 90%? I'm just running YouTube on Chrome and that's it. Are you saying my site type Blazor is taking up all your memory, or are you just talking about in general? I don't know. I don't really know anything about computers, man. Wait, I was about to say something and then I don't remember. Did you make the frog graphics yourself? I can't take 100% credit because the LLMs did the heavy lifting for me. But conceptually, yes, I created those in my head. And then I tried to get the LLMs to make it into a reality. Whenever I see a site, I assume it's done. Well, man, should I put a big banner under it that says early access or whatever? Claude did 110% of the work? No, I did not use Claude initially. I used a secret LLM to generate the first prototype. And then I used Claude to make new ones based on the prototype. Secret LLM, yeah. I'm not telling you which one I use, man. All right, let's try and do 615 and 613. Those seem easy for now. This is vibe coding, man. I just tell it to do it. I don't even do anything else. And it's been working out pretty well for me, like this. This is done, it says. Push it, make a PR. Big Pickle. Big Pickle? What is Big Pickle, man? What do you mean? Oh, like LLM? I don't even know what Big Pickle is. Is that like Giga Potato? Is that from the same company? Why are they trying to make these silly names? Like, who names potato and pickle? That means the company is full of jokers, man. All right. So let me look at these issues. Which other issues we gotta fix? 612. Maybe I'll throw Codex a bone, man. But let me update this thing first because it's been open for like 2 weeks. Hey, I press update, nothing happened. All right, I have to press it twice. All right, here we go. New Codex thread. Does it work? I guess this is a new thread. How do I say use your skills, get work trees? All right, and then I'm gonna say do issue, man, which issue? 6/1/12. All right, so we got codex. I'll put this on my other screen. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them working right now, plus codex, plus the reviewer. Let me pop in one more for check my usage. Dang, 18%. So we're doing good, man. March 3rd. We will probably just hit the limit again this week. Well, maybe. They just started. This might be like 50% by the end of today, man. Infinite mode, you can 100% delete correct words. Yes, infinite mode, you can go back and do whatever you want. Infinite mode is a little bit different. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about how to make them. Right now they're similar, but a little bit different. I'm trying to figure out how to make them distinct enough where it's not even a question like what the difference is. So infinite mode. So right now the way I have it, I was thinking originally what I wanted for infinite mode, and then I kind of dialed it back. Was if you typed and then let's say you made some error and you went to the next word, you can still continue, but the words that you made errors in wouldn't count towards your score. So that's what I was thinking for infinite mode, but then I don't know. I kind of decided maybe I should keep words per minute as just a standard thing instead of trying to give you some score of how many words you done. I was thinking, all right, the score would be how many words you typed in infinite mode. But then that's kind of like what words per minute is. And I was going in these circles. So right now, it's just how it is because I don't know what to do with it. But you can go back in infinite mode for sure. Do you think we should have it so you can't go back even with correct words? I'll give it some more thoughts. All right, PR is up. Yeah, maybe it might be the right decision to make the behavior on the site consistent. Like, it's a little bit strange that we can go back on infinite mode, but we can't go back in the other modes, right? So, all right, let me make an issue for that. Infinite mode backspace redo, or I don't know, call it backspace. All right, on infinite mode, we are able to backspace as we wish. This does not align with the other modes in single player where you're not allowed to backspace on words that you've correctly typed. Let's try to change the behavior for infinite mode to match the behavior of the other game modes, like the passage mode or whatever. Shit. Figure it out. They'll figure it out, man. That's enough. Okay, this is the last feature I'm ever going to ask because Simon told me not to care. But I want to share infinite mode with a friend, but then I have to tell him to change settings. Maybe have the infinite mode be URL encoded. Yes, this is a good feature, man. I told you, I didn't tell you not to care, man. I told you, like, if I have decided on something, man, then maybe you shouldn't keep nagging me about changing it, man. Like, I hear you the first time, you know, and you always tell me to do it. It makes me want to do it less and less every time you ask. So the first time is enough, man. The more you ask, it's like 100% sure it's not gonna happen for the daily thing. But if you had just asked one time, maybe like, let me give it some thoughts, you know? How about a checkbox and let the user decide? I'm not sure. Oh, like a checkbox on the settings. Yes, I'd like to have my options better. Right now, I don't like how it looks. We have these little drop downs, but you have to know that the training source exists and what it is to even go there. So I want to redo this somehow. These fast, I'm curious. Yes. Are you going to give TypeBlazer branded blazer to the all-time championship champion? We'll see about that, Panda Poopums. I don't have plans to do that. But you're the second person to mention that we should have a blazer. Like a literal blazer for my thing. Merch? No merch yet, but I do have a TypeBlazer shirt that my wife made me. I should have worn it, but I wore it yesterday. Alright. Push it open PR. This one's not doing anything. PR. This one got merged. Push it, create a PR for this one. I don't know. Maybe I'll test this one. Man, should I test it? I'll tell it. Review with Cornelius. I won't merge this one yet. This one here is a big feature that I'm afraid might not work in one shot. This is a championship race reminder. So on TypeBlazer, every hour on the hour, there's a championship race. There's a problem though. The problem is everybody always forgets about the championship race until it's too late. So I'm trying to develop a feature where you can click a button to opt in for like a reminder for the next championship race. Or maybe you opt in until you opt out. And it will send you a notification, maybe a browser notification, or play a sound or something. But I don't know, I think I don't want to like annoy people too much. So it's going to be strictly opt-in. Should try doing a PR yourself, but your meat suit is not equipped for such actions. Yeah, I could try and do something, but it's gonna be a waste of time, man. The only thing I'm capable of doing is like changing the text. I can't actually do any programming anymore. I don't even see the point in trying, man. I don't even see the point in trying to program things by hand unless it's just some type of, you know, retro vibes I'm on, you know? Like, everything has been working very nicely. I don't enjoy coding. I enjoy seeing what I build with the code, or like creating things with the code. So this way, with the LLMs, I just skip the coding part and I just can build with words. It's kind of cool. Should stick to drawing pretty pictures. What are you talking about, man? I don't know what that means. But anyways, man, look at Ricky Wong, 164 miles per hour. This guy is a real fast typer. How do I earn Blazer bucks? Just messing with you? Yeah, but I still don't even know what that means. Are you saying... What are you saying, man? Even if you're messing with me, I understand you are. Not certain what... anyways, Blazer bucks you get from doing single player races. You get 5 Blazer bucks every race you do. But you get more Blazer bucks if you participate in the championship race. You get 100 Blazer bucks if you win. Maybe 60 Blazer bucks for second. Well, the podiums, I should say, for gold medals, you get 100. Silver, you get 60, and bronze, I think you get 40. And I don't say first, second, third, because as the number of players grows in the championship, the people who get the medals also grows. It's not always 1, 2, 3. It's like a top percentage in the rankings. But right now we don't have that many people in the championship race to see that happen. So we only see like top 1, 2, 3. You said you like to be creative. Man, I didn't say I like to be creative. I said I like to build things and see like what the code will produce. And anyways, I know it's just a joke, but I think building things with LLMs is still technical. Like I still have to know how to connect things together. I still give it guidance on the architecture a little bit. I still make some decisions there about like how the data should be structured and things like that. And then I have a lot of, I tell the LLMs to do whatever I want, really. I guess that's kind of creative. It's like a mix. It's like the perfect mixture of creativity and technicality, or whatever, technical skills right now. I wonder how long we will have this type of engineering. It would be great if we got 10 to 20 years from vibe coding, but I doubt it. 2 years and no more humans are required. I don't know about that, man. But it is an interesting time for sure. What are these guys doing? All right, Cornelius, the code reviewer, reviewed it. I'm just gonna push it. Who cares? Push it. Push everything, man. Yes, edit everything. Two years, I think, is a bit optimistic. Feels that way unless I need to know how many R's are in strawberry. Yeah, man, we talk about this every day, man. Like how much longer we have. And we talk about it so much that I thought about making a website for everyone to put their money where their mouth is or something and make some type of prediction. What will happen in 1 year? And everybody types their prediction. And then it's like a digital time capsule. And then in 1 year's time, we go through all those predictions and see what the hell, like, who was right, who was wrong. Dang, championship race. Jeez. This happens to me every day, not just during stream. When I'm doing other things, I'm like, yeah, championship race, 4 minutes. And then I have the window open and then I get distracted. And then I miss the race. It's already a site, Long Bets. Oh yeah, maybe I should check it out then. I'm not making a Polymarket clone, man. It's just like some late night thoughts before I go to bed. I already have too much on my plate. Dang, Ricky Wong with the 103, man. Cold 8 a.m. fingers, yeah. Dang. Panda Poopums with the 99. Man, no medal. Dang, that was a close race. Real close, man. Look at that. 91.8% accuracy, but still top of the boards. That's some crazy speed, man. 100%, yeah, that's also crazy accuracy. All right, the leaderboards, jumping positions, that's so distracting. I think I have a fix for that, but maybe it's not uploaded yet. Let me look to see what PR has been merged. Maybe I just need to like refresh my binaries in prod. Oh yeah, right here, 609, 15 hours ago. Do you have a Blazer Bucks leaderboard? No, I need to redo my leaderboards. The leaderboards are AI slop right now. I did not give any thoughts to the leaderboards. I just told the AI make me some leaderboards, and this is what it came up with. I still have to visit this part of the website and go over it and make sure everything is good. One thing that I did change though is before it was showing top accuracy, like everyone was 100%, because if you ever had a 100% race, that's your top accuracy. But instead I changed it to the average accuracy. So now we have more meaningful data. And it's supposed to be average accuracy of people with more than 10 games played. Right now, Seaplane is, and Fluffy, really accurate typers. I think you had it fixed before. It's fixed in the multiplayer, not the championship. Last Caring. If you refresh, it takes a second for the 2 dots to appear on the daily. Ask Claude to cache it so the button doesn't get resized after refresh. Yeah, this happens in a few places, man. I have to make notes of that. I'll show you where it happens. It happens on the front page with that stuff. It also happens when I go to the championship race. Like, I don't know if you can see, it kind of stutters and hesitates. I absolutely don't like that behavior. I think we should just show everything once it's ready to go. Maybe it happens. I think those are like the 2 main places it happens. When you click on the daily challenge, it correctly shows the loader and then shows things. You should 100% be caching these things. I don't even have a real good caching layer or anything yet. I will have to do some caching stuff for sure. Fred Holm, what's happening? How is the vibe coding going? It's going real good. It's going it's like exceptional, man. I'm doing more with vibe coding than I thought I would be doing. Man. Think about what to get the initial state, because lots of these things should be gotten in the initial states. Yeah, cache locally. Yeah, maybe that's a good way to do it. Happens with the sign in button too. Oh yeah, it does. All right, let's add an issue for that. How do you say this? Cache things locally. Some parts of the site are always fetching new data, but perhaps things like daily attempts or whatever can be cached locally. Maybe. There are also some places on the championship race that doesn't load when you click it, and it kind of stutters and then slowly loads everything, or I don't know how to describe, man. But that's good enough for the LLMs, I find. I am also trying a pure vibe coding project again, but it's not looking too promising yet. I'm literally not checking any code, just results in the app. This is exactly my workflow. High potential. Thank you very much for the hydrates. Cheers. My website has all of these things in the init states, so this just doesn't happen. Sign in button. Oh yeah, the sign in button too. I forgot that one. User example is good because it realizes common issue and then fixes all of them. Yeah. I try to do that usually, like, well, I try to document everything in my issues for sure, and then I just unleash the LLMs on it. All right, let's see. Let's see if we're ready for a new binary or something. This one can make a new PR. Wait, what was this? I don't even remember. Oh, configurable word count for multiplayer dictionary mode. Alright, once this PR gets merged, I will build a new version and push it to TypeBlazer live, and we'll see what we broke. Maybe I can tell the thing to investigate 619, one of these. Let's choose this one. Do issue 619. Ask me any questions you need for clarification. Simon soon have a yeah. I know, man. I've been meaning to set this up doing defense. It's just I don't know, man. It's kind of lazy. But I need to not be lazy, and I just need to get it over with, you know? And I need to be more, like, better about labeling my binaries in production and whatnot. Like, right now, I'm just wild, wild west out here. But if I continue down this path, it's gonna get messy real soon, man. And I guess the closer I get to, like, being finishing up with TypeBlazer version 1, the harder it is gonna be for me to do these things that are correct with software engineering. We're just running on vibes over here, man. I just have a dream and that's it. All right. Everybody is busy, but these don't need to do anything else. Don't remember what they did, but they already created the PRs. This one too, nobody cares. Maybe I'll bring this one down here. All right, what's next? Should we? Oh yeah, we're gonna build a new binary once everything's merged into main. Navigamer, what's happened? I don't know if I missed your message, but I'm seeing it now. What's up? All right. Remote control active. Lots of vibing going on, man. All right. This one is easy. 595. What is this? Oh, we should be working on the leagues, man. That's what we should really be doing. All right, I'm going to try, after we build this PR, we're going to try some league stuff. I've never tried the leagues before yet, but I think I want to try it. Here we go, here we go. Almost merged. Well, let me just look in here to see if it's merged, man. Not quite merged yet. Still under review. Oh shit. I forgot about Codex, man. I had Codex working on something and I forgot it existed. Codex is supposed to fix the dang keyboard. Yes. Do all those things. Alright, waiting, man. Are they merged? Still reviewing? And then we gotta merge the codex thing, and we're gonna check all the stuff. Man, I'm very hungry today. I did not eat breakfast. Extremely hungry, man. Alright. It is merged by Cornelius. Clean end-to-end implementation of configurable word count for multiplayer dictionary mode. All layers properly validate inputs. Blah, blah, blah. Very good. And I guess one more PR to merge. Maybe I'll just... Let me see. Is it already being reviewed? It might be. I'm just gonna merge it, man. Close that. Oh shit. Maybe I should have let it continue because it would have cleaned up the work trees. But who cares? I'm just squash and merge it. And then I'll rebuild my binaries now. And test in production. Because that's what people do sometimes. How do I rebuild my binaries? Run this command. Oh, wait. Wait. I gotta make sure that I have all the latest merges. Now I can build my binaries. Oh, shit. Man, I gotta get better at YouTubing because I don't even have a description on my YouTube video. I've been using like a new plugin to dual stream on Twitch and YouTube, and I don't think I'm using it right, man. Every time there's always some problems with my YouTube. And then like on YouTube, you gotta make these thumbnails every time you stream. I don't got time for that, man. Maybe I gotta vibe code some thumbnail creator for me or something. One of these days I will. Dang, what does this mean? Visual Studio Code disconnected. Oh shit, I just told it to do what? I just told it to implement the caching thing without even reviewing it, man. Is that okay? Usually I like to at least look over like biggish changes or dangerous changes, you know. Claude, undo that. Do you mind if I do paintings of your Instagram photos? Panda Poopums, you are more than welcome to. Man, I have a few people that have done some of those paintings. I wish I could find them, man. There's been like 2 or 3 people on Reddit who have done some of those is as paintings. Let me see if I log into my Reddit. Maybe I can check my messages or something. Thanks, they have gorgeous colors. Thank you very much, man. It's, like I used to be really into that. Did I tell you I'm going to back to Japan in April? I don't think you did. Sounds exciting. I'm going in June or so. Man, how do I check my messages? On Reddit. There's like my old inbox. I don't know how to use Reddit either, man. Everything's whack. Anyways, maybe some other time I'll show you. Spending 4 weeks. Where are you gonna spend your time? I'm also spending around 4 weeks. I don't even know where I'll be at. I still have to plan that stuff. Man, what are we doing? One week in Tokyo, and then 3 weeks in Sapporo. Dang, Sapporo in April. That's an interesting time to go. Are you going for cherry blossoms? It's gonna be snowy there, maybe. Or the cherry blossoms would be later than April, or maybe around late April. You might get to see some there. See if Sapporo will be livable. Man, I think Sapporo has like crazy amounts of snow. If you like winter sports, man, Sapporo is bumping for sure. You get so much powder there. I don't know anything else about Sapporo besides that. Tokyo is too hot for me, so I wanted somewhere cooler, and I'm thinking about buying a property. So I wanted to go in a bad season. Man, you should check out, if you can't handle snow, man, you should reconsider Sapporo, because I literally think they get some of the most snow in the world from any city. I could be making that up, but I think it's true. I can handle snow. I live in Massachusetts. We get just got 2 feet. All right, let me see. Massachusetts versus Sapporo. How do you spell it? Sapporo. Snow. Who's gonna win? Where's the side-by-side comparison? Temperature, don't care. Rain, don't care. Snow, that's what we care about. January, dang, look at that. You're gonna get more snow. Well, this is just Boston, so I don't know what these numbers are. Millimeters. Doesn't sound like a lot, but Boston's on the coast, so it's a little bit more mild. Snowfall is about 5 meters per winter. Dang, I'm from Boston. Yeah, lots of Bostonians in here, man. The world's snowiest city, Sapporo, Japan. Sapporo receives significantly more snow than Massachusetts, with an annual average of about 5 meters compared to an average of 100 inches or less in Massachusetts. Anyways, I'm gonna go there because a friend is moving there. Where, to Japan or Sapporo? I mean, Sapporo is in Japan, but anyways, all right, the images are built. Let me upload them. Dang, I want go. I want to live there, but maybe later on in life. I lived there a little bit when I was younger, not too much younger. Maybe, dang, 7 years ago now. 8 years. 8, 9 years ago. Dang, I'm getting old, man. Things that feel like it was just the other day in the past, it's like a decade ago now. Jeez. Living in the past, man. I don't live in Japan anymore. I haven't lived there in such a long time. Feels like 2019 feels like 2 years ago for the past 6 years, yeah. 2016 was a decade ago. Yeah, 2016 was probably my last good year that I was doing freelance programming work. Yeah, 2016. DN Bull, what's happening, man? 2016 was bumping for me, I think, with programming. That's when I really started to feel comfortable with programming. And I was making good money, traveling the world, doing whatever I wanted to do. And then after 2016, I think that's when things fell apart for me. That's when I was in high school. No, around 2015, 2016, that's when all the online accounts started to require phone numbers for an account, man. Like, you couldn't, no longer, you could just like sign up for an account with only an email address and click the activation link and you're good. Now you had to like provide a phone number and verify your account like that. And that really kind of stopped my operations in its path, what I was doing. DN Bull was created 16 years ago. Dang. Wait, do I have this too? I guess this 10 years ago. Jesus. Operations? Yeah, operations, man. I guess I'm approaching boomer territory too, man. Those old folks are right. It goes by faster the older you get. Yeah, it does. I was doing a lot of black hat marketing back then. And it was real easy back then, man. If I had LLMs like during those times and nobody else had them, I'd have been like a billionaire or something. Maybe not. I don't think I'll ever be a billionaire. Even if I had the opportunity, I'd probably just give away most of my money or something, man. I was here when Twitch was Justin.tv. It was nothing but speedrun games. Yeah, that's before my time, man. What's crazy is that now... Wait, what's crazy is that we now know that SMS two-factor authentication is not secure and companies, including banks, still use it. How's it not secure? Maybe I'm not caught up with security. I thought two-factor authentication was okay. Is there like an easy way to break that? It's almost easy to get your SIM card spoof. Interesting. I was probably on the other side. I was working on big sites forums back then, making blacklist rules. Hey, we were probably against each other then. I don't know. Which big sites forums? I used to be active. Man, can I say? It's been long enough where who cares, man. I used to be big on Yahoo Instant Messenger, MSN Instant Messenger, Skype. Skype was probably the last big one I hit, man. And then I had small successes on some social networking sites like dating sites or whatever, maybe. Or like this website called High Five was one of the first sites I ever hit. I don't even know if they're around still, man. Are they around? Oh, it changed to tagged. I remember that. They changed High Five to tagged. Is it still around? It's still around, man. millions of members. Jeez, I don't know about all that. Happens a lot. Identity, social engineering problem. Calling the support. I chase coins. What's happened? Wait. Dang. What are y'all saying? Stopping all the spam bots. Yeah, I was a spammer. Now the dropshippers do it to themselves? Do what to themselves? Social engineer SIM card transfer. I knew a social engineering hacker, man. He was crazy. He still is crazy. He made millions doing some real shady things, man. But he was real good at it. I don't even want to say what he was doing, but he would get like hundreds of iPhones straight from the Apple store. Like just stealing them from the Apple store, man. In a weekend, he'd get like 100 phones. And he'd have the Apple employee just hand him all these phones and he'd just walk out and then social engineer his way out of the contracts. And then he used to just export them to like Brazil and South America. And they don't care about that type of stuff there, I guess. SMS two-factor authentication is shit, but they just want to know your name and be able to track you. That's why. I don't know if that's all they want. I think they introduced this stuff to stop the bots, like people like me. In the beginning, with two-factor authentication, it wasn't as crazy. Like, I remember the first time we got around two-factor authentication was by calling up people in the Philippines. We had like partners in countries where you could just buy a SIM card for a cent. And we have guys with these specialized SIM card machines where you can plug in like 1,000 SIM cards into them. They'd go buy like 1,000 or more SIM cards, plug all these things in, hook it up to a thing that will receive all the text, and we can read the text messages. And that's how we'd like get around the SIM card two-factor authentication or whatever. For like creating a console, it's not two-factor authentication, it's just account verification. But then they got good about like matching your country sign up with the area code or the country code of the SIM card and cross-referencing. Anyways, I got really good at regex doing my job too, Panda Poopums. Searching for all the secret keys in the HTML and responses and things that you guys try to change all the time on the bots. I'd have to write a lot of crazy regexes to extract those things. But man, back then, I was very amateur. I didn't really know much about software engineering or anything. I was just some kid who couldn't find a job, and then I learned how to program on the streets, digital streets. You are trying to stop people like me, man. I know some people in software sales that could be top tier social engineers if they ever wanted full cycle. Yeah, I guess so. Vim Tim, what's happening? I used to live in Delaware. They have no sales tax. That Apple store was one of the highest volume Apple stores in the country. Dang. Yeah. Man, this guy I knew that used to do this Apple phone thing back in the days. This was like over 10 years ago. He would get people to go in and get like 5 brand new iPhones with a brand new contract, and you pay like $200 down on the phone. It's like a $800 phone or something. You pay $200 per phone, and you walk out the store with 5 phones and a brand new like Verizon line with 5 lines on it. And then he would pay you $400 per phone, and then he would call Apple. And then he'd tell them, hey, man, I am Apple Store employee number blah, blah, blah. Like, he'll sit down in the Apple Store and he'll listen for, like, he'll do one thing and he'll, like, cancel his plan with one phone first. And then he'll listen to the Apple employee. as they're calling like Verizon, and the Apple employee will be like, hey, this is Apple employee ID number 1772, and I'm calling from this store in Miami, Florida. And a customer just bought these phones 2 days ago, and he's returned them. He says there is no service in his house with Verizon, and Verizon will like cancel those contracts. So once he did that in the store, he'd start sending people to go buy him phones, and then they'd come give him the phones and everything, and give him all the account details. And then in like 1 or 2 days, he'll call and impersonate the Apple Store employee with their ID number and everything, and he'll just cancel those accounts, and then those phones would just be still in his possession, and then he'll offload them to like exporters exporting phones to like South America. And he did this for years, man, before I think they caught on to it. He probably took thousands of phones and made millions of dollars, man. It was insane. And that was like, he had a network of people that did it, man. And they're all in Miami. And they're like all at the time we're probably in our 20s. But there's like I guess you could call it a gang. And they're all doing similar things. Similar, like, I guess it's fraud. And they're all driving like Lamborghinis and Ferraris and stuff. And it's just insane amounts of cash for these social engineers, I guess you could call them. They all graduated onto bigger crimes. I don't know if they ever got caught. I don't think they did. They're on to like more sophisticated crimes now, probably. Anyways, this is old news though, man. I don't think these techniques are gonna work today. These techniques worked 10 years ago. My 90K BS IRS, wait, my 90K salary BS IRS is interested, but these people, yeah, this guy had millions of dollars stashed away in cash, like in all different, like random lockers around the city. It was nuts, man. Like duffel bags full of cash just from iPhone fraud, and eventually other types of fraud. You'd never catch me in a Lambo if I was a fraudster, man. You say that now, but I guess if you're 22 years old, man, and you have several $1 million in cash, what are you gonna do with it? You can't go do real things. It's not like you can just go buy a house, you know. But you could walk up to somebody and give them 200K and take their car, you know, like a used car or something. Or you could just do whatever, I guess. But yeah, they all had Ferraris and Lambos for sure. And I think a lot of them are still up to some stuff, making, I think, all right, and I know what they're up to, man, because my cousin is still friends with some of them, and I think now they're on to repairing credit scores for people. So they use their social engineering, and they're able to wipe out all the bad credit history from you. So you call up this social engineer guy. You have bad credit score, and you pay him $1,000, and he will erase all of the bad things from your credit score or your credit report for $1,000. And he just figured, I don't know what he does to do that, but he calls all these people, and then he figures out a way to get them to drop everything from your history. Do a kick-ass fake brand activation and file for bankruptcy. Wait, you talking about laundering money? I don't do any of that stuff, man. I just maybe rub shoulders with them at one point in my life. It's quite hard to do fraud too. Money brings money, so it's not like you will make billions working remotely from Brazil, where law doesn't matter. You have to be in person in US, because here is where the big game is played. Yeah, they're all in the US, man. Um. Anyways, got sidetracked talking about illegal thing. Can I talk about illegal things on Twitch, man? Am I gonna wake up and get banned? I hope not. Anyways, already reported me, man. If you get TOS, it wasn't from me. Yeah, we'll see. I was just telling a story, man. It was just a fictional story. I just made it up. All right, we're testing the Type Blazer, right? What did we change? It was LLM. Yeah, it was a dang LLM story in Roblox. I prefer to stay out of jail. Hey, you know, this guy, this social engineer that I'm talking about, he got locked up when he was like 18 for Grand Theft Auto. He used to steal cars when we were teenagers. That's what he used to do. And he got caught and he did a couple years in jail, in prison. And then he came out and then he became this mastermind fraud guru guy, man. Maybe he learned all the tricks in jail. But I don't think he's been caught since. Anyways, let me look at what things we merged. I forget everything that we did. I think the biggest one was the notification. That thing does not work, man. I shouldn't have pushed it to prod. I'll make an issue and then I'll probably test it locally before I push again. Championship race notification UI is messed up. Man, look at this button. When I click the little bell, I don't even know what is popping up. Maybe we should make a modal pop up on the screen and not like try to make it inside of the button. Where am I hosting Type Blazer? I'm hosting it on a dedicated server from Wholesale Internet. What the heck is that is in that button? Yeah, it looks like something is in there. Something is in there, man. We're trying to fix that though. 623. Here we go. Do issue 623. Man, I am chilly. Real cold down here. What else did we do? Let me test in prod the other things that we did. Correct avatar. Why don't you use Google Cloud or AWS? Because I believe those things are more expensive than what I'm willing to pay. Even though I'm paying like more money for my dedicated server. But I think I get a lot more power for my dedicated server. I did the math, man. Or I didn't do the math. The LLMs did the math for me. The server I rent right now is about 200 times more powerful in terms of CPU usage and stuff than, like, I guess the Nano, AWS Nanos. And maybe a Nano thing costs like $5 a month. I don't know. My thing costs $80 a month. But I think it will scale a lot better, like with people. I don't think I'll need all that crazy infrastructure from AWS either. But we'll see how that decision turns out, man. I'm not sure if it's the right one, but it's one that I'm interested in trying out because I don't imagine Type Blazer is going to be bringing in a lot of money. So imagine if I have to like scaled to a lot of users on AWS, I imagine that bill is gonna be a lot more than I'm wanting to pay. But with the dedicated server, I don't see a need to get like probably more than one of these servers ever. Maybe like a backup server or something. You should add keyboard. Yeah, keyboards are coming. I have to design them and stuff. I brought all the things. Very nice. Everything is on sale right now while we're in development. Once I launch the site for like a version 1.0, the prices will be significantly higher. You only need to pay $10 a month until you get traffic. Yeah, but then when you get traffic, that bill goes crazy. Anyways, I realize what I have is way overkill for my projects right now, but it's I'm okay with that. Anyways, so that's why I don't use those AWS things. The cloud providers I just find are a bit too pricey for what you get. And I don't think I need that crazy deploy anywhere in any cell across the world type thing for my project. So I gotta check these avatars. Man, not a very productive day. All right, that keyboard looks okay, right? All right, let's see what this is saying. Oh, dang, this made a PR, but my reviewer isn't running right now. Do the ARMs work with other keyboard layouts, or do they all assume US QWERTY? I guess they all assume QWERTY, man. I don't think it's a top priority for me to add in the keyboard layouts that like one person in the world uses. I pay $5 for a Scaleway Stardust instance. I also use a couple beefy Oracle Always Free servers, ARM architecture to host game servers. Interesting. I'll show you what I got, man. Wholesale internet. I pay $80 a month. I got this one. Shit. Where is it? 32 cores, 64 threads, 128 gigs, whatever. $77 a month. The only thing that sucks is 1 gigabit speed only. So that is probably the cap. I'll probably hit this 1 gigabit on this server before I hit like CPU maxed out usage or something. Your machine is a beast. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, everybody talks about their $5 VPS with like half a core. But man, I got a serious machine over here capable of doing real serious things. And I don't think I need anything else. Maybe one more of these machines for like a backup, or maybe not even, maybe a different configure, a different dedicated machine, or some type of backup system. That's something that I don't have. And I'm also considering self-hosting Supabase on my machines here. Right now I'm paying $20 a month for Supabase. And I'm using like these, I guess Supabase uses, it's built on AWS. and they're giving me like a nano thing for that $20 a month. But I feel I could just probably self-host my own dang super base. I just didn't really want to deal with that in the beginning. But for my next project, I'm investigating into self-hosting. I'm deploying this on Amazon On Demand. Become $10 in hours. Yeah. So if you need compute or like CPU, man, or whatever, like one of these, I'd say it's probably more cost effective to get one of these, and then maybe you can have AWS for other things. I don't know, like the micro services, and they can talk to these bigger machines behind the scenes. But like I said, the 1 gigabit is the problem. That's why they're so cheap. So if your applications are bandwidth heavy, maybe these aren't the right dedicated things for you. But I need a specific hardware because my system need to be NUMA aware. I don't know what that is. I'd have to research the whole internet thing if they can deliver. There's a lot of other providers besides wholesale internet. When I used to be more into like dedicated servers and stuff, I would always check the forums for web hosting. Man, what web hosting talk? I don't know if it's still a thing, but if you look in the dedicated server section and offers, you can find some good deals here, man. You just read the threads. They always offer coupons and stuff with crazy stuff. This is where I find a lot of I've tried so many different companies over the years. I haven't tried many in the last 5 years or so, though, 6 years. Back in my days when I was doing my freelancing stuff, I would rent these types of servers. So if you're shopping for servers, I'd recommend to just browse this forum to look for good deals, man. If you're willing to get off of like AWS or one of those cloud providers and step over into the dedicated hosting world, which I think is really fun. It's feels very rewarding. You can host your own Plex servers and whatever on this stuff too if you want. Jellyfin. You can all types of self-hosted things for personal use on these machines. They're very capable, unlike, the nano half a core things you get on AWS. Anyways, I haven't done much today besides talk a bunch of nonsense, man. Let me try and at least get a little bit of these bugs fixed. Or at least have the LLMs doing work while we talk nonsense, Alright, so the keyboard looks good. Add the avatar to infinite mode. That's another thing that we should check. So let's check infinite mode real quick. There's the avatar. What else did we change? I think we changed the backspace thing, but maybe this one isn't merged yet. I think I just documented the bug. Can you make your agents play a ding song when they're waiting on you, like an oven timer? Yeah, I hear people do that. I've been meaning to set this up, man. I hear you do it with like the hooks, but I don't know why I haven't done it yet. Tell me it doesn't feel nice that the bot is doing its shit for us. Startup me, I'm really enjoying vibe coding, man. I can't say how fun it's been. It's like imagine you could build a house on your own, except you don't have to lift a finger, man. All you do is talk and the house just appears. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm building a house, but I don't have to sweat. I don't have to break my back. I don't have to use my brain that much, man. I just think about the ideas and then I just tell the dang LLMs, hey, man, you missed a spot there. Go clean it up, you know? And they're like, yes, sir, right away, sir. I'm like, yeah. It's great. And I don't even have to pay them, man. I pay them like flat rate 200 a month. That's what it really feels like. Alright, so what are we doing? This is... Oh, this was the button. Alright, just push it, man. We'll test it in prod. We'll test everything in prod until we set up the staging environment, which maybe I should do this weekend. Alright, let me find some issues to give these things. They're hungry, man. They're hungry for work, and they don't got nothing to do. Alright, 617. Let me check them. I'm doing this one already. 606. 605. 595. Let's work on these. 595, 605, 606. Alright. Do issue 595. Which ones did I say? 605. I could probably improve my flow here, but it's okay for now. And what's this guy doing? 617. Plan mode. Create the PR. That's it. I just told him. Not sure you remember I told you yesterday I'd have a CTO call. Now I remember, Startup Me. Yes. When is that call? Is it just one-on-one, you and the CTO? I remember you said it's not even just a small company. Oh, you already had it. CTO of a company with 5,000 employees yesterday. And what? Are you the new CTO now? You're the assistant to the CTO now. Damn, that's crazy come up, man. He said he wants me to work for him. Bumping. Straight to the top, Startup Me. Straight to the top. Yeah, that's great, man. Congratulations. You're climbing up the ranks of, I don't know, corporate ladder, I guess. Alright, what else we gotta do? Oh yeah, we're supposed to be focused on the leagues, man. I keep getting distracted by all these other minor bugs and issues, wherein the most important issue for me right now is to get the leagues to be working. I don't know why I keep getting distracted, man. Maybe because it's not on the front page. I'm gonna make a new issue. I have leagues right here. I'm gonna close this one. And I'm gonna just make a new one. Make leagues work. Do it now. On the 11th, I'll meet the team. 2 other guys, scientists. I'm the dumb one in the room. So the only way's up. I like it. Yeah, they say that's what you should be, the dumbest person in the room. That's how I feel, man, when I'm streaming. I feel like the dumbest person in the room all the time when I'm doing algorithms here with like crazy people in here watching me, man. Like Don't Defense, dang, Grandmaster at Code Forces and people like that, you know. But I'm learning a lot, man. I don't know if they're learning from me, but I'm learning from them, so I like it. Alright. And a minority stakeholder in Typeblazer. Yeah. You get $0 just like me. Wait, does that mean you also trying to share my bills, man? Trying to pay for some of the services. I don't know if I'll ever monetize Typeblazer. We'll see. That's a lie, man. I would like to monetize it some way, but I don't want to monetize it, overly monetize it. I think so many things have been ruined for me by just too much, like, pay to win stuff, or like hidden all the good features behind a paywall, things like that. I don't think I want to do that, man. I want to try to offer things that people want to pay for, more than like forcing them to pay for these things. But we'll see. I think my main goal for Typeblazer is to see how big I can grow it, more than like to see how much money I can make from it. I think it would probably be better to have to be able to say, hey man, I have a project under my belt and it has 500,000 users on it, than to say, hey man, I have a project with 10,000 users, but it makes $5,000 a month or a year or whatever. I don't care about that right now. Maybe as my money runs out, I'll care about money more. But right now, my goals is to just see how many people I can get onto TypeRacer and have people use it. And then I'll think about like how to monetize it in a respectful way, 5K a month? Nah, I misspoke. I meant like 5,000 a year. I'm working for exposure. Yes, you could say that enough stuff. I view this project as like something to get my name out there as a vibe coding builder. I think in this new age of vibe coding, like there's a lot of hesitation to trust software built with vibe coding and stuff. But I don't know. I think I want to position myself as like a vibe coding artist, where this is my first work. This is one of my first works that I will be doing. I suppose maybe MidnightSimon.com is my first vibe coding work, but it's not fully vibe coded. Typeblazer would be my second work, kind of like an artist with an album or a painter with their paintings. This is what I envision, man. And maybe I'll move on to my third work, and we'll see how that goes. I remember how anti-vibe coding Simon was when he started the website. Yes, you were the one to sway me. Don't Defense was the one to get me into the vibe coding. I was resistant, just like most people, I think. I thought, I wanted to learn how to do these things. I thought having knowledge was still beneficial. I thought having like coding knowledge about things that nobody cares about, like front end stuff, or whatever, syntax for Node.js. I thought knowing those things would get me street cred or something. But then I realized, man, the LLMs are quite capable. And what's the point? What's the point of me trying to do something like, I'm not going to go study arithmetic to try and outdo a calculator, even though it might be impressive that you can add numbers fast in your head. I don't want to add numbers fast in my head, man. I want to be able to use a calculator to do things. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyways, but now I'm a full vibe coder. I don't even look at code, man. And I think the more I vibe code, the more I'm convinced that this is the way. I was a bit skeptical even before I built Typeblazer, but man, I don't have any doubts in what LLMs are capable of now. Even though my project isn't that complicated. Recently, I tried AI-assisted development of something I couldn't have done on my own, a web server for .mts video that translated to MP4 without transcoding. I was amazed it worked out all entirely on Codex Claude free web interface. Yeah, it's incredibly powerful, and I think anybody who's still in denial, man, they're just I don't know. I don't know what they are. Maybe they're right. Who knows? I don't want to say something bad and it turns out that they're right all along. But I think if you're in tech and you haven't tried to vibe code, I don't know what you're doing, man. You gotta at least try. You gotta at least try it for yourself and not like listen to what I have to say or what people say on the internet or what the dang AI bros say or Sam Altman or whoever. I think you should just try it and come to a conclusion on your own. It's crazy today to believe Sui will look the same in 2-3 years. I think it already 99% difference in the next 12 months. Yeah, I think so too, man. You know, when I decided to quit my job, AI was a big part of it. Not because I was afraid of losing my job to AI, but because I was afraid that people were going to get a head start on me and build things with AI while I'm out here at the corporate world trying to figure out how to get everyone to agree with my design doc or some meaningless stuff. So that's like probably one of the biggest reasons I decided to quit when I quit, man. I thought the AIs were getting capable enough for me to actually build things and maybe be like an early adopter, you know. But now, now that I'm in, like, I quit my job. I think I've spent enough time vibe coding full time where I feel like, man, should I call back my old job and ask them if they want to hire me back? And then I can just do this at work, man. Who cares? I'll just vibe code all day. It's not like I have to use much extra brain power now. Before, I don't think I could have done it without spending so much time vibe coding. But now, if I had a job like I used to have where I'd pretty much chilled all day, man, I could be getting paid. I could be getting paid to do nothing. I think I love more the job now. Oh, but you just got a dang straight shot to the top for your job. I was still just a dang peasant in my job, you know. All right, I think we got some PRs. Here we go. One PR here. Let's accept that. I don't even know what it's working on, but we're gonna accept everything because we have Cornelius reviewing everything in this window right here. Anyways, 12 o'clock. Dang, we missed the Type Racer Championship, man. Nobody told me. Spoop didn't even come in here and tell us, man. Spoop did trying to just get those medals for himself. Anyways, next time. He didn't try, he succeeded. Yeah, he did succeed, man. I'm not going to lie, the competition comes in different shape, forms, and ages. The youngsters that were useless most times can create shit knowing how to use the tools. Yeah, I don't know what the future holds, man, but it is exciting to me. That's for sure. Alright. PR created, still working, still working. All right, let me actually check the leagues. I think I changed some things with the leagues recently. All right, so this is my typing championship. interesting that it's exciting and not scary. I don't think it's scary yet for me. I know a lot of people are scared. I don't think I'm scared right now, but I am very excited. I'm excited because I believe that anytime something like this comes along, there's a lot of gaps that need to be filled. And I'm trying to just find one of those gaps and fill them in before someone else does. Like while everyone is trying to figure out the best way to use things, you know, nobody really knows yet, and everyone is experimenting. That stuff is exciting to me, man. Should we try? All right. All right, you guys want to join my private league? See if it works. If there's anyone trying to join this, up to 50 members in my league. I don't know if it works. Maybe I should try in my other accounts. I gotta sign in. Oh, I think I fixed the text. You see that? All right. There's the league. All right, Don't Defense. Let's run one real quick. See if it works. I just click start race. And then I want to also watch it on this thing. Not a member of this league? Come on, man. What kind of bullshit, man. All right, we'll have to fix these things. That's why it's not live yet. All right, let me make an issue and then fix that. Or let me actually, if I care that I mentioned that members also update in the window, because I don't see. Yeah, you gotta refresh. Yeah, but that's only if you care though, man. How do I get to the leagues? The leagues is hidden right now because it's incomplete. And then I was trying to look in the console. Server error. All right. Now let me look in my server logs to see if there's any clues. Is it in the API? Who knows? I'm gonna just tell it to investigate, man. Where's my issues? Cannot start league as a league owner. Hey, I created a league and I invited some people, and then I tried to do a race as the league owner, and then it said error, and it showed me this message. $628. Do I have any free agents? Yeah, this one. Do issue 628. Negative IQ viewer, what's poppin'? Any clues? Just ask Claude to fix it and it's gonna fix it. I've never had to figure out why a bug is happening and Claude can do that. I've had to, man. Sometimes I'll describe the bug without finding evidence or clues, and Claude will try and do something and it will fail a few times, and then maybe if I investigate, like I go read server logs and stuff like that, because Claude doesn't have access to my prod server, you know, so I'll investigate the logs and I'll say, hey, look at these errors specifically, and then it will be like, oh, I see the problem now. Yeah, I don't know, maybe my code is more spaghetti. I do have like 4 different services here running for Type Blazer, and sometimes things like it misses a spot or it's in a weird position, you know, like the bug. But I find in like the more details I provide, the likelier it is to fix the problem, you know. And then if Claude struggles, I switch to Codex, and Codex has been working really great for me. I actually don't even know why I don't give Codex a shot at being the dang starter, you know. Maybe I should sit Claude out one day and have Codex jump in. But I think it's because I don't have the credits on Codex, man, on ChatGPT. But I've never hit like a limit with my $20 a month thing yet. All right, let's see what's going on with these LLMs. A couple PRs created. Where are we gonna check? GitHub. Look at our PRs. What's been merged since? Oh, that fix has been merged. Very nice. This thing also is crazy. Backspace also. All right, is it time to rebuild and push? Yes. I think it is time to rebuild and push. All right. Oh, dang, did I pull? I think it does it automatically, so yeah, we're good. The root cause and fix are clear. I love when it tells me that, man. Like, oh, it's obvious why this is happening, you know? Sometimes it's not so sure. Wait, did I tell it to do? What issue were we about? The leagues. We were trying to work on the leagues. Did I tell it to do that issue, man? 626. No, 628. 628. 605. 595. 628. It's this one. We're waiting on this one, man. Alright, another thing got merged. Let's see what it is. Cache things locally. I'm a little bit suspicious about this fix. We'll see if it works. Alright. Just sit back and relax, man. Make PRs, create PR. Versus already told me that I should be using the command, but I haven't set that up yet. Man, I got a lot of I got a lot of snow to shovel that I should have done yesterday. Hope it's not all icy now, man. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. Sergeant Pepper. What's poppin', man? So many agents vibing and jiving. That's right. Hey, Sergeant Pepper, I remember you told me that you tried to do some vibe coding at work and you messed up a bunch of stuff. Well, this was a few weeks ago, but how's it going now? Have you started doing more AI assisted coding or what? We will soon be able to triangulate snow happened yesterday at Simon's place. Man, alright. I know I don't really say where I live, but man, if you pay attention on my stream, there's been at least 3 or 4 times a week There are clues where I live, man. I don't know if anybody notices. Um, but every time I see it, I'm like, dang, someone's gonna say something. But no one ever says anything. Maybe no one really pays attention that much, you know. It's always on my screen. But now that I say it, I think people will be looking for it now. I use it mainly to help me learn the Firefox code base and help me write tests. I try to write more code myself, and I have it help me find things I can't figure out in a few minutes. You live in the internet. Hey, Hasp! Welcome to the party. Sergeant Pepper. You still write code, man? That's crazy. Not write code as in like AI should write all your code for you, but I didn't know people wrote code. I guess every company is different. Like the higher up you go, man, the less code you write, you know. I don't know how they do things at Mozilla. Or maybe like there are certain people who are staff who write, like they're still ICs and coders, and then there's others who are more like managers and stuff. Staff eng still write code here. Senior staff write quite a bit less than I do. Yeah, I didn't know at Google, man. I don't think many staff engineers write code. They like to review code. They like to experiment with stuff, but they're not like implementing things themselves. That's for sure. They'll probably like okay design docs and okay stuff like that. And then most of the people that write the code are L5s, L4s, and L3s, which is senior, mid, and junior. And then staff is usually more tech lead type thing, managers, or there are some L6 or staff coders as well, but they're usually like a lot more rare, and they're like usually I don't know, I guess they have to do some cool technical thing solo to get to be a staff IC. Staffs lead projects that are 1 to 2 months long with teams about 4 to 8 people. Senior staff lead projects several months long across multiple teams. Dang, 1 to 2 months sounds quick. I guess Mozilla must move a lot faster than big slow tech companies like Google. Man, projects that I had as a dang L4 lasted months, man. Multiple quarters, like 2-3 quarters sometimes, man. And it's just a drag. It's like it's not even taking that long because it needs to take that long. It takes that long because you ask somebody for a review on a document, and then they go back and forth about your variable names for like 3 weeks, and then they finally approve it, and then they're like, hey, I want to get the opinion of this other person on this document, and then they send it to that person, and then now you gotta wait for them to approve it, and then they find something, they're like, hey, I don't like these variable names, and it's the same variable names that the other guy changed, and then this new guy is asking you to change it back to what you had, and then now everyone is like in a stalemate, and then you wait 3 more weeks until somebody finally says just name it this, and then now it's like the whole quarter is gone and you haven't even started implementing, man. That's kind of like what life has been like for me in big corporate world. We don't really write code design docs here. That's nice, I think. I think Google did it too much. Product people write the PRDs, then we just write the code, and then engineers just write review code. We don't design code like that where we're arguing about variable names. Man, that's the number one thing people like to argue about, man, is what do we call this field? Or what, like, maybe not, it's variable names, but it's not like integer in your code. It's more like the variables that everyone will use these, like, I don't know, messages for, you know. They're like, oh, this name sounds confusing. We might confuse people. I mean, I get it is important, man, because sometimes I see some variable names out there and like, man, who the hell named this the most confusing name possible, you know? And then I get why they spend so much time on variable names. That sounds miserable. That's one good thing about smaller shops. Yeah. It was miserable for me. Until, I mean, I can see both sides, man. But I do think Google takes their variable naming a little bit too seriously. But there are reasons for it, though. Like, once you set a variable name in production and then the whole company starts to use whatever you just built, it's almost impossible to just change that thing, you know? So you have to get it right the first time because it's tons of work to change it later on. I suppose we're also not really writing public APIs as much. We're mainly writing product code for Firefox. We'll have PR comments to rename variables, but mainly when it actually is confusing, not because people want to argue over variable names. Yeah. Now at Google, they have to like envision the future of the confusion, so they don't even want to name things. But then here's the problem: they spend so much time arguing about these variable names that then they come up, everyone somehow they get tired of it, and then they come up with this really crazy name, and everyone in the org thinks it's such a great name, and then they publish it or they do the work, and then now all the other orgs that we don't actually talk to, they start to use our things, and everybody starts to complain, man, these variable names suck, they're so confusing, look, we caused an outage because this variable name is so bad, the people thought it was something else. And then now it's like we put the variable names that they argued against in the beginning. Anyways, I'm just a little bit salty about my time there with variable names. It wasn't even that bad, man. I'm just complaining too much. Alright, let's rebuild some things. Now I don't even look at variable names at all. They can name it whatever they want, man. The AIs, the LLMs. What is this? Oh, I've seen this problem before. Now we know Simon has recurring nightmares about naming things. Nah, I don't have nightmares about that, man. I have nightmares sometimes, but they're always too scary. Like somebody trying to murder me, or some crazy sad thing happens, and then when I wake up from a nightmare, it's like I'm a little bit disoriented for a few minutes and I have to think if that was really real or if it was just a dream. Alright, we built these images. Let's just deploy and see what happens. Man, I am extremely hungry. What am I trying to do here? I'm trying to do something. Oh yeah, redeploying or deploying the new binaries and testing. Hector HSC. Thank you very much for those bits. Hector HSC, the mysterious lurker. I'm very happy that you always give me those bits, man. And I'm happy that you're always lurking. Alright. Is it deployed? Alright, let's try it out again. Wait. Yeah. Alright, I'm in my private league. Here's the link. If you're in my league, or here, I'll give you a link to join my league if you're on Type Blazer. And then I'm gonna try a league race for the first time. After I join the race on another account here. Alright, let's see. Start the race. Not a member of this league. Come on, man. I gotta talk to the LLMs, see if there's some migrations I have to run or what. Let me look in the PR. Alright, I already merged this PR and I deployed it to prod, and I'm testing in production, and I'm still getting the same error. That work? Man, Handy sucks. I'm using this text-to-speech thing called Handy, and it's been giving me so much trouble, man. I think I'm gonna stop using it. And try, I don't know. I gotta use Willow. It doesn't suck? What you mean? Man, it crashes on me at least 2 or 3 times a day, Negative IQ viewer. At least 2 or 3 times a day. Like right now it's crashed and I have to restart it. What model am I using? I'm using Whisper Large. Maybe I should try a different model. Parakeet sucks. I don't like Parakeet. It doesn't put my words good. Maybe I should try like Whisper Medium. Which one do you use, Negative IQ viewer? Parakeet. Yeah. I don't know. Alright, what was I trying to say? I was trying to talk to the LLMs before this thing broke. Alright, I just pushed this PR to prod, and I'm still having issues with starting a league race. I'm getting the same error. What's the error I'm getting? Even though my account is the owner of the league, it still says I'm not a member of this league. I'm using Parakeet and so far no issues. Alright, Parakeet says all my uhs and ums, and then when I say numbers, like I say, hey, do issue number 456, it will type 4, the word, then 50, then 6, you know, things like that I don't like. It doesn't put my numbers as numbers, it's put them as words. I had the best experience with Willow and Whisper Flow. Those were good. But man, they're trying to ask me for my credit card. I don't really want to do that. So in the meantime, I guess I'll deal with Handy or whatever. But perhaps it's like the large model is too much. But man, I have the craziest Mac Studio. I usually type numbers. Interesting. All right, we'll keep Handy going for now. Type in. Who types like that, man? Oh, geez. 30 more minutes until lunch. But I gotta shovel snow, man. Oh. PR. How much do you get? I don't know. I didn't measure it, and I didn't really check. I just know that there's snow in my driveway. Better to shovel snow than to shovel shit? Man, who's shoveling shit out here? What are you talking about? You gotta shovel shit? What? I don't know who does that, man. Maybe farmers? Gardeners, maybe? Do you know the length of your finger? I do not. But man, every time snow falls, do you like go outside and stick your finger in the snow and measure it? Because that's not something that I do, man. People with cats shovel shit. That is real true, man. Overachieving ocelot. Welcome to the party. People with big dogs, people on farms. I usually take a look out and eyeball it against the fence. Yeah. I just peek through and I'm like, oh dang, I see my neighbor shoveling snow. That means I gotta shovel snow, probably. You should measure your finger so you can easily know the snow heights. Man, I don't... Maybe. I don't really know. I'm new to the snow. Alright, good finding. The API fix is correct and the league creation code does insert the owner into the league members. Since the errors persist after deploying the fix, there must be a second issue. Yes, dig deeper, man. Hey, is that how measuring snow works? You just go outside and measure like how high it piled up? Is that's what it really means? I don't actually know. Is there snow in Jamaica? Absolutely not. No snow in Jamaica, man. You have a lot of snow, you should measure your whole arm. Yeah, I don't know. I think technically they have a cylinder they use for official measurements, but yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just like how much snow gets trapped in this thing. I want to experience, maybe I should be careful what I wish for, but I want to experience a snowstorm where it's so much snow that I can't even go outside. Like it just covers my whole door. The cylinder is just to avoid wind blowing snow around. If you have a tool to measure your finger, just use that to measure snow. Alright guys, I don't know how much snow has fallen, but I also don't want to tell you how much snow has fallen if you haven't figured out, man, because you guys are gonna triangulate my signal and you're gonna know where I live. That's the real reason I'm not telling you how much snow, man. Just know that there is enough snow where I gotta shovel it, and I'm not sure if I can drive out without shoveling right now. Wouldn't it be smarter to give us bad info then? But I'm not a liar, Panda Poopums. I'm not trying to lie to you guys. Anyways. What are we doing? Did it find out the problem? Ooh, I didn't even check the multiplayer logs. A former black hat with morals. Hey, that's why I'm a former black hat, man. That was one of the biggest reasons I left. I just got tired of being so playing on the wrong side of humanity, man. Making destructive things instead of like creative things, you know? Make a measure with a 30-degree angle? Man. I'm over the snow, man. Alright. Dang, it's gonna review it. I just want the leagues to work. That's what we're trying to get done right now. Alright, let me see what other issues need to be fixed. The work I do saves starving children, so I have karma banked to be an asshole in every other aspect of my life now. What? Wait. Do you tell us what you did, Panda Poopums? I forget. Miku Mard. What's happened? Welcome to the party. My name is Miku. Hey, Miku. My name is Simon. I'm vibe coding. Are you a fan of vibe coding? Are you interested in like LLMs and AI assisted coding? I work for a charity that helps refugees of war and disaster. I do data engineering stuff. Oh wow. Sounds very noble. Or something. I'm a web dev. Nice. So, do you still code, Miku? Or are you like 100% vibe coding these days? Or maybe you just like review the code and send it? Vibe coding, yeah. That's the way, man. It's fun. Are you like... Do you vibe code at work? Or are you talking about you vibe code like your personal projects? And if you vibe code at work, is everybody vibe coding at work? Alright. I do data engineering, but only the relevant stuff for my products, not all the other boring, unnecessary stuff. I don't know much about data engineering, but we got 2 data engineers right here, right now. What does a data engineer do? Builds and maintains the infrastructure, systems, and pipelines that collect, store, clean, and transform raw data into usable formats for data scientists, analysts, and business decision makers. I pick up data and put it down in other places. I'm tired of AI slop, says Ren Ren. What do you mean, these AI overviews you don't like? More like vibe engineer? Fisherman guy, bro. What's happening? They make data accessible for me, a data consumer. So it's just like you're building pipelines and stuff. Maybe I need a data engineer to help me out on one of my projects that I'm working on, man. It's very data intensive, and I have to build a data pipeline. But I don't know how to do that. I just asked Claude Code to do it for me. But I don't want to talk about that project because it's top secret. Anyways, we're waiting for these PRs to merge so that I can rebuild my binaries and test out some new things. Wait, it didn't even fix anything, man. It just added a status code to help debug. Alright, well, I guess it's got merged. I'll just deploy this and see what it says. I don't think they fixed it. They're just trying to get some more information. So let's rebuild. Well, first, make sure my branch is good. Now I can rebuild. Miku, are you a Claude code enjoyer, or do you use Codex, or are you on something else? I don't know what people be using. Hey, anybody tried Gemini 3.1? It came out the other day and then no one's really talking about it. Does it mean it sucks? I haven't tried it yet. Oh shit. What's happening? Who knows? Do you try Codex? Yeah, I use Codex sometimes. I find it's quite capable. I'm vibing right now with Claude to write some tests. Stocks go down. Yeah. But man, I don't want to see my ones go down, man. Alright. Images built? No, still building. Yeah, I have Codex right here, man. It did some stuff for me earlier. Gemini 3.1 is always getting stuck. Not sure what's going on. Dang, I haven't tried it yet, but heard like mixed things about it, you know. They had good benchmarks when they released their thing, but I guess benchmarks don't tell the whole story. Hey, when did 5.3 come out? Two weeks ago only, dang. What's the cadence been between model releases? Does anyone know? Dang, December, so about every 2-3 months a new model comes out. December, November, this one was like a month and a half. Alright, Opus 4. When did 4.5 come out? Or November, like 2-3 months. Alright, so the next model should be released maybe in April or May. Do you specify the tech stack for the project, or do you let Claude pick? I specified the tech stack. It suggests me some things, and then I told it I don't want to go with their suggestions, and I told it what I wanted instead. That's why they're watching it fly away? What? What are you talking about, man? Who's who's watching what fly away? Let's be honest, the models are kind of converging. I'm not feeling a huge difference at this point from one release to the next. Yeah, I didn't really do much with Opus 4.5 or Codex 5.2 or whatever, because I basically started on the last day of 4.5, this vibe coding session. But there is a huge difference between last summer, around June, July, to now. Even probably 4.5, probably like December, from July to December. Insane difference from when I tried, man. So how many months is that? Like 6 months is what it takes to make crazy progress. A lot of the cost is in training the models, then a new one comes out way before They can see a return on investment of training the last model before a new one has to come out. That's why they're not profitable yet. Well, I don't really know anything about their finances or anything, man. So, or their strategies, or how much it costs to train a model. I don't know anything about AI, man. I just like to use it. There's definitely a big leap year over year. Yes, I'd say 100%. Maybe you don't see the difference between 4.5 and 4.6, but man, the difference between 4.1 and 4.5 was huge, or like, you know, 4.2 or something. Um, I don't think we're done seeing improvements yet, man. I don't. I think it's too soon to say that. Maybe after we see like 3 model releases in a row, and then, you know, it's just incrementally better than the one 3 versions ago. Maybe we can say like, they're not getting any better, but it feels like they're progressing really fast to me. All right, here we go. Did I rebuild? I gotta go soon, but I want to see. Let me rebuild first. Push the new things, and then it's not gonna work, but at least it will give us more detailed errors now. And I shouldn't be doing this in production, but who cares right now, man? Until I set up my staging environments. Alright, let's just wait. Here we go. Here we go. Championship race. All right, it doesn't tell me anything, man. Hey, how come I don't see anything here? Isn't there stuff usually? Am I filtering? What the heck is going on, man? Oh. Alright, there we go. And then I hit that button. Is it in the WebSocket? Somewhere in the WebSocket, man. I guess before I talk to this, I'll check the logs, but I don't think I'll be able to solve this problem before I end stream, unfortunately. So let me check these logs in the championship server. No, not championship server, the regular server. Oh, League's API URL. That's the problem, man. So I don't even need to rebuild. I just need to set my... Alright, I think my League's API URL is not set. Can you tell me what it should be? The adoption of AI and the use cases are what will drive innovation. Look at what OpenClaw did. I think the benchmarks distract from the development of real use cases. When the public finally find AI useful without all the effort, there will be an explosion and prices will fall. The engineer, what's happening, man? How are you doing? What prices will fall? But yeah, I'd say for sure we are at the real early stages of AI, man. It's clearly not massively adopted across industries or anything right now. And yeah, I imagine once that happens, things are gonna get crazy. And it's exciting to me to think what that means for the future, like what type of products we'll be seeing. Hopefully it will be good things that lead us closer to utopia than bad things that lead us closer to dystopia, man. Sometimes I worry about what AI is going to turn into. Token prices and the subscription prices will be forced lower due to competition. I don't know. I don't know if that will happen. I don't think anyone really knows. It's something I didn't expect to see in my lifetime when I was a kid studying programming. Yeah, I never even really thought about it too much. I remember watching Bicentennial Man. I was like, dang, that would be sick to have my own robot. But that's as far as I really thought about things. Is this the correct? Double check the Nginx configs. Lower token prices are not in the interest of the AI companies as long as the energy cost of training a model doesn't stop. Yeah, if anything, I'd imagine the prices will go up, but what do I know? I'm just some scrub in a basement right now with no job, you know? Alright, let's see. Alright, I'll try it out, man. I'll try it out. I'll do it on my other screen, and then I'll redeploy to see what's up, to see if that was the problem all along. When TV first came out, it was free. Then they adopted ads to keep it free. Now we have ads and pay for TV. Yeah, but you can't just pick one thing and then think it's gonna apply it to a new thing, right? Because you can say, dang, you know, when computers first came out, it cost $1 trillion to own one, and now everyone has a computer for $500. But you know, like, I don't know. I think I'm not trying to make any predictions or anything, what prices are gonna be like or stuff like that. But I feel, man, the cost of AI is very affordable right now, in my opinion, and very much worth the value what they're charging. And maybe prices go up once people are hooked to the AI and they realize they can't live without it, you know. Anyways, enough talking about trying to predict the future, man. Everyone's just guessing. What was I doing? Environment variables. I really don't have this dang environment variable set. That's crazy. I got my internal. Alright, here we go, man. I just double checking to see if I actually didn't have it set. No. Restarts. Thank God for China. They keep prices down. If it wasn't for them, we'd be screwed. Well, us poor guys. What, with the AI stuff? Or with everything in general? It's affordable to use because they're operating at a loss. Was watching a streamer that was vibing yesterday and showed us his dashboard that tracks token costs. In 2 weeks of use, he's accumulated over 1,000 in token usage on a $200 plan, and barely 2 weeks into the first month. And that at that pace, you can see how subsidized the subscriptions are and why the companies are operating in the red. Man, I used to think similar. I mean, for sure, I'd say the $200 plan is insane. I think I also have like crazy usage too. Oh shit, championship race. But I didn't understand that you're not allowed to use the max plan programmatically, if you know what I mean. It's against their terms of service, apparently. Like, I guess you're only supposed to use the max plan for development, but if you're trying to hook up some automated system to the max plan, that's not allowed, and you're supposed to be using the API for that, for those token usages. I don't know how they enforce that. It seems like they're having trouble enforcing that right now, but they're trying to put anyone who's programmatically using AI, like for example, say you have some AI that's watching submissions of like papers being submitted for essays, and then if your backend API call Claude or whoever, Opus, to like analyze the documents, you're not supposed to be using the max plan for that stuff. And the API is what you're supposed to be using, and then the tokens are priced or something. I don't know, man. But man, my max plan, if I compare to the token price usage, I'm probably burning it like as much as this other person. Let me just check. I develop on 2 different machines, so my usage here isn't correct. It's probably double what you see. Let me see what it is though. How do I see? $1,000. So I'm probably hitting like $2,000, and this is only since I guess 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so I'm right there with that other guy, man. $1,000 in 2 weeks on this machine only. Oh, Type Blazer. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna miss it, man. I think I broke it. I think it's broken right now. My bad. My bad, Ricky Wong. I just took down my server to redeploy it during the championship race, and I broke everything. So I think that championship race, my bad. I messed that one up. I apologize. I can't believe I did that. My site is spinning on connecting to lobby. Yeah, it's because I literally didn't look at the time when I restarted the server, man. Look, I just restarted it to push like new environment variables. I am ashamed. I'm very ashamed. All good. That's why you have the beta, yeah. Was ready to be a champion. Dang, everyone is here ready. Oh wait, but we have the new changes. Let's see if this thing works. Well, will it work? We'll find out. There you go, Ricky Wong. You got your notification in production. It is untested though, so perhaps you guys can test it. Staging when? This weekend, don't defense. I got big plans this weekend. This weekend I plan to set up my environments correctly, staging and whatever. And also I plan to start thinking about my passages, like what I want for the passage thing. Yeah, so browser notifications, unsure if they're working. But if they're not working, I'll try and fix them fast today. But the big thing that we're trying to fix, it still doesn't work, man. Alright, I'll fix this offline. I really want to get the leagues working end of tomorrow, end of week. Gotta put some pressure on myself. You should sell ads for passages. Hey, that's a great idea, Panda Poopums. You know, the ad would be like, Pepsi is the most delicious soft drink in 7 continents. Coca-Cola sucks. And just hit up Pepsi and say, hey man, $1,000 and I'll put this passage in. Yeah, anyways, I gotta go, man. It's time. Sorry about the championship race. I didn't realize what I was doing when I restarted the servers. And maybe I should figure out some way. Anyway, that's too complicated. No one's redeeming real type racer now, man. We gotta go. We got to. I gotta raid somebody and I gotta get out of here. Have fun shoveling. Thank you very much, man. Alright. Who we gonna raid? This guy? No. I don't know who to raid. This guy? He's sleeping again, man. I don't know. Should I raid this bridge mine guy? I don't know what he's doing, man.
So Dario is basically our marketing specialist, so he just created a script that makes it so that we can compare the newly released Nano Banana to
Let's do it.
1.5 image, right? So here's what it came up with.
Alright, who knows what he's doing? Who uses Twitch in light mode? How do I change that? Was it always in light mode? I don't even know now. Anyways, thank you very much for tuning in. It's time for me to get out of here. Panda Poopums, don't defense, Ricky Wong. Sorry about the championship race, but I'll see you out there sometime today. Kettle Bear, Vermel, K Little Pixel, adios. Thank you for tuning in. Sergeant Pepper, see you next time, man. Hey, everybody knows Sergeant Pepper streams as well. Go follow Sergeant Pepper. The Engineer, have a good night, good day. Jazzer Side, see you later. Everybody who's lurking, Negative IQ Viewer, have a good night. Everybody from YouTube, whoever is there, have a good night, good day, good Thursday, whatever day it is. And see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna go raid this guy, Bridge Mind AI.